Hi, I'm Kathy Weaver, and this is Chapter 5, Networking on Steroids, a guide to professional success via practical networking tips. Practice makes perfect. Every one of us who networks needs to have perfected the ever-popular and always in demand infomercial. Whether your group offers you enough time for your name, business name, and tagline or signature statement, or a 30-second infomercial, or a 60-second infomercial, or maybe even a 2-minute explanation of your company and what you do there, the best news of all, we can practice and change the content as the group warrants. Emphasis on the word practice. Never hesitate to have a trusted friend or coworker listen to your infomercial a time or two. This small snippet in time will forever be etched in history if you make this your dynamic introduction of yourself and your company. Consider how many times a theater demands a dress rehearsal before the curtain call. Your practicing of your infomercial is your dress rehearsal. The first thing I realized is that I must write down what I want to say with each version I'm allowed. If I know I'll be attending a group that offers just the first choice, then that one's easy. If the group I will be attending offers the other choices, I must use my time effectively to instill curiosity to make sure the other attendees will want to learn more about what I have to offer. Again, I have written down each version. So when presented with a chance for more time, I'm prepared. I have great news. Sometimes the best signature statements comes from friends or other networkers. They hear what we are saying, and sometimes they say it better or more concisely. I love learning from others, so if someone is willing to help you with your tagline, wow, by all means, go for it. Of course, you know your name, you know your company name, but what about your tagline or your signature statement? Sometimes people come up with rhymes to get their point across, well received generally, but the effectiveness is perhaps questionable. Not to say catchy slogans from years past still resonate in our heads, and when we hear them again, we always know what product it is. But to the networking population today, the signature statement needs to be the hook that prompts more questions or appointments at the end of your event. What will people remember about you with only a minute or two to get to know you? Would you like their memory to be of your clothing, your jewelry, your name badge, your haircut, your business card, or your networking card? How effective were you today in all of your groups? How many more friendships and relationships were formed during these opportunities? What will your follow-up be with each of the people you met at the networking events during this week? Every networking how-to offers a section on follow-up. The fortune is in the follow-up, some say. If you come home with that inevitable stack of business cards, what is your next step? Some scan through the cards into their phones, others keep a large notebook. Some actually call these prospects and set up that all-important one-on-one appointment. This is where we get to know more about each other. How long have you been in business? What do you like most, least about it? Who's a good referral for you? Do I know anyone that you would like to meet? One of my social media connections, perhaps? Some people choose to friend those they have met in person on those social media sites, while others actually use that new stack of friends as their updated email list. Be careful here. If someone has not asked to be on your list for your newsletter or other promotion of your company, do not assume they want to be. We must always be respectful as to how we use the information we have collected from these new acquaintances, and the last thing we want to do is annoy anyone. There are great ways to follow up, and the list of possibilities here is actually endless. Whatever you choose as your follow-up method, just be sure to do it. Stay tuned for Chapter 6.